All right, you guys, welcome back to our Tuesday Mastermind and Training. I'm super excited for today. Thank you guys who are joining us live, and also hi to all of you watching live in our EXP Family Tree Workplace group. If you want to join us on Zoom, please do that. It's my same Zoom link every Tuesday, Wednesday. So you should be able to find that right there in the pinned post. We'd love to have you join us via Zoom so you can actually interact. But of course, if you want to, you can chat via the live chat. I'll watch that for Kirby as well. So ask questions along the way. For those of you guys in here, I'm sure there's going to be a Q&A session, but you can always chat in the chat box and we'll make sure we get to you. I have known Kirby for quite some time now through my previous brokerage. We met, I think, at some of our past national events, and just have had a chance to interact multiple times throughout the years. We've stayed connected on, of all places, Facebook, which is what we're going to be talking about today. And I saw that Kirby had gotten into more training and coaching, and I saw some of his posts, and I thought, okay, this will be interesting. I got to catch back up with Kirby and see what he's doing. And so he runs a really cool Facebook group, which I'm sure he's going to share with us. But what he teaches in there, I asked him if he would come and do a mastermind or a training for us here in our EXP family tree, because he was sharing what he was doing. And I thought it to be very interesting. And I think some of you might really like this means of lead generation. In addition, he shared with me something that is a passion of his that he's doing, also growing leaders in another country. And I'm going to let him talk about that, because I always think it's really important to link what you're doing and why you're doing it to another passion, and being able to live out a purpose and help other people. And I think Kirby's doing a great job of that. And I always find that to be very inspirational. There might be something that you can work with on that with him as well. So without further ado, Kirby, I would love for you to share with us, because I like it when you can do it in your own words for the group, a little bit about you, your real estate business, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty of your topic. And of course, you do have the ability to share your screen if you want to. You don't have to, but that access has already been granted to you. And so this is very casual. We are just here to learn. However it's comfortable for you. We'll have a conversation. You can do more of a presentation, whatever is going to work, and we'll just interact as we go throughout this 45 minutes to an hour. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Cari. And thank you for having me, everyone here. If you guys could be on camera, I'd love to see some of you on camera here. Your visual feedback, works with me, and I know how I'm doing, right? So there's a surprise for Cari, is that we did talk about, sharing my Facebook stuff to you guys, but then I thought, what else can I bring to you guys? How else can I level up, right? And that's going to be the question of the day today, is how can I 10x something or make it extraordinary? And so this is what I did. I actually revamped my whole presentation 2 hours before this. And I said, I want to bring you guys more, okay? I don't want to give you the standard Facebook bootcamp introduction. And I mean, you can take that later, okay? I mean, I'm presenting that in a couple of weeks. But today I want to show you guys, the background behind all that. How did I set all this stuff up? And so I'm going to share my screen now.
Yep.
How did I do this? Sorry, I'm on
multiple monitors.
Multiple monitors today, and I think the last person that used it put mirror instead of extended. So hold on one second. I'm just going to put mirror. Okay, and then what I'm going to show you guys today is a presentation, and my Zoom. I'm going to do this. So you might see Cari for 1 second over there while I take her off. There you go. You guys see the presentation right now?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for waiting. This is called the 1 step to extraordinary, because I really believe that it only takes 1 step to extraordinary. So wherever you guys are right now, you're probably just 1 step away from extraordinary, or really from what you're looking for in your goals. It doesn't take 10 steps, or 20 steps, really. When you think about it, it could only be 1 step away. And what if you were to discover that 1 step today with me? What would it shift in your business, in your life? Okay, so I'm going to share with you a story. I actually don't know how you're going to do it, but I'm going to share a story of how I did it. And hopefully you can see the steps that I've taken, and you can take the same steps too. Okay. And if some of you are here for Facebook, I will I will be sharing some of that too, in my steps. And I'll show you my extra classes at the end. Okay, guys?
Perfect.
All right. So some of you may not know who I am. Who here is the first time seeing me? First time? Okay.
Probably most.
Most first time. Good. I love to expand my network. You're going to see that in a second. Why? Okay, who I am. I'm Kirby Chan. I'm a real estate broker here in Toronto, Canada. Okay, I'm not with EXP. And I am a real estate broker here in Toronto, Canada. So I have a real estate team. But however, I have a real estate team because of one thing. So the whole center of my whole life is my family there. So you see my 3 boys there. So everything I do, I'm going to show you today is because of my family, my wife, and my 3 boys. And I love spending time with them. And my commitment is every morning with them, and every day after school, I'm with them. Okay, that's my commitment to my family. Everything in the middle, that's all what I'm going to show you today. Second photo is my real estate business. So I love supporting seniors. That's my niche. That's what I look to support, is seniors making that downsize. I connect with a lot of seniors on Facebook. And I find that those are the people that love to talk to people on Facebook. I think they're bored all day, And so when I reach out, it's crazy. The Facebook has changed to become an older demographic, and the younger ones are going to TikTok, right? Okay, then the third photo there is something that I run. This is a nonprofit I shared with Cari about. It's my two businesses there. One is the digital marketing coaching. So I coach agents on digital marketing, social media. And I also have a virtual agency, so virtual assistant agency in the Philippines. And that is a business that I play where I'm transforming lives in the Philippines, like taking really talented people and onboarding them in roles in North America. So not just real estate agents, I onboard them to a lot of small businesses. And I mean, how that came about, I shared with Cari, was I just had one virtual assistant in the past. And at $10 an hour, it really transformed her whole life. Within 2 years, she went from no housing, getting kicked out, to be able to rent a place for her family, 5 kids, and then be able to buy her own house. So I was like, if I could do that for one person, what can I do for a whole bunch of them, right? And that's a nonprofit where 100% of the proceeds go all the way back to Philippines. And this model works so well that nobody can compete with us. So no virtual assistant company in the US or Canada can compete with us, because we can always offer the top talent more money than them. So we've been headhunting the top talent. So if you guys know virtual assistant companies, don't tell them Kirby's coming, okay? But we've been headhunting the top talent out there, right, to join our company. And once we have the top talent, we can have the top clients, okay? So, out of these 4 companies here, I also, I'm a brokerage owner. That's what you see at the bottom here. These are investor roles. So I'm not the CEO of those ones. And I also invest in a lending company right now. Okay. So I'm going to show you how did I do all this, right? I'm just going to jump in. Okay, guys. And then before each slide, before I just jump into the content, I want to take, if there's any questions, you guys can ask. I love this to be participatory. Is there any questions so far? Any questions in the chat?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. All right. So here's the key 3 steps I use for every one of my businesses that I run and grow. So the first step that I take is define a goal, right? And you guys heard of this before. You probably did business planning. But defining a goal would be, number 1, establishing a broad goal. So a lot of people skip this part and they go into, I want to make $100,000 a year. I want to make $1 million a year this year in real estate. And then they just go jump in and doing stuff, right? But for me, establishing a goal, a broad goal first, is finding out your mission, vision, and values. Okay, so spending some time, there's courses out there that help you define your mission, vision, and values. And what I did, I defined it and I put it up on the wall of my office over there. So I have it over there, my vision, mission, and values over there. So it's on the wall. Everybody that comes into the office sees it. And then with that, we go and achieve our goals. Because if I just say I want a goal of 1 million, people on my team might be like, okay, you know what? There's a chance I could do this, right? To make more GCI. But what I see is that that's unethical, okay? If you did something like that, okay? But when we have our mission and vision and value set, we know exactly what kind of business we're doing to hit the $1 million in GCI. Okay, so that's one thing that I think a lot of businesses skip. And what you want to do is then you create a SMART goal. That's when you get specific, but don't get so specific that you make a year goal. So I never make a year goal. I always make a 3-month goal, or you can call it a 12-month year. There's a book about that. You can read it. The 12-month goal, and that's 3 months, my goal. Because putting a year is useless. I never fulfill a year goal or a year plan because things change already in 3 months. So technology changes right now so fast that in 3 months, things have changed so much. So I expect, like, for example, ChatGPT, you guys some of you might be using that, right? It's an AI program, but it's going to have a next version in a couple months already. And it's developing so fast. So I always have my goals in 3 months. So in 3 months, I have a goal and I set a SMART goal. Okay, so once I have that, once you guys set a 3-month goal, what you want to do is create a plan. Okay. Now, a lot of people create a plan like very vague, right? They'll set up a plan like, I'm going to do lead generation. I'm going to do lead follow-up. I'm going to go on Facebook to do X, Y, Z. But what I do is a little different, is I set up a goal with the end in mind, right? And then I work backwards. Okay, I work backwards and I unfold each step of the way, how to do it. Okay, so a lot of people don't do that because they don't want to take the time to do that. It takes a lot of work. But if you unfold each step, meaning what happens a week before that goal is hit, and then what happens a week before that, and a week before that. So you're going to see something that's missing. Okay, I'm going to put this in a real life example. For example, does anyone do farming here? Real estate, they do farming area. Okay, so if you do farming and you want to send a newsletter out, you'll probably, first thing you might do is hire a graphic designer. Graphic design will design, and you're going to do edits, and then you finally finish it. You're going to send it out to your farm area. Okay, so you probably do that for a couple months, and you're like, oh man, you know what? I just learned something now. Kirby says, you know what? Every farming newsletter should get a call to action to a Facebook group, right? And he's like, I wish I knew that in the first newsletter. I wasted 6 newsletters already, and there's no one. I'm not building a community. So if you now do what I taught you right here, is create a plan first, and then you collaborate with others to create this plan. So now you go seek out people that do very successful in farming, and you ask them, hey, what is some goals that you have? And if I work backwards now, what do I need to do the week before? Right? And then you ask the magic question, what's one thing that will make this extraordinary, this newsletter? And that person might say, or I might say, you know, make a Facebook group tied to your newsletter. Okay. So then you work backwards now. Create the newsletter, create a link, create the Facebook group. And then you meet someone else, and that person might say, hey guys, you know, for my newsletter, I do a lot with advertising. So if you bring in a fellow vendor, the newsletter will actually be free. So now you're doing a plan, you're meeting people, sharing the plan, and working backwards until day 1, it's going to be, you know, find that graphic designer. Okay, so that's what I call creating a bulletproof plan and working with others, because others have succeeded before you. And you always want to show this plan to people that have succeeded. So they can see, oh, what you're missing in that plan. Okay. Any questions about this plan? No, you guys get it? Kind of going backwards. Nice.
Yes, we definitely talk a lot about the goal setting, the plans, and the collaboration here, which is awesome. So it's a good reminder. Probably no questions yet, because I think people are anticipating hearing a little bit more about Facebook, but I know you're going to get to that. So keep going, but this is all good refreshers.
So number 3, then, at the beginning of every plan, I discover one thing. So I've been working a lot with agents and business owners about planning, and it all comes from one thing. At the beginning of every plan is conversations. Okay. And then one thing inside of the plan is that the person making the plan, you want to plan it so that you don't do any of the work. Okay. So that's a challenge I've been giving to my students and my coaching clients, is that none of it do you do it. So are you going to do the graphic design? No. Right. Are you going to cause, so don't do any of it. What you're going to do is those conversations though. So inside the plan, you're going to have conversations that bring in team members. Number 1. Okay. Team members. And team members are everywhere. If you don't ever say that I can't afford it, because I just got a high school student for 4 months for free, right? So team members, they're always out there. Number 2 is conversations to create these plans again with team members. So your big plan can be chunked up into smaller plans for each team member to do, right? And the third one is conversations that lead and empower those team members. Okay, so everything that you're creating can be exponential when there's team members and that's working with you. All right. So these are the three key steps in my planning. So how do I create the next thing is creating your network. It's so key where your network is your net worth. And that's what I've been doing on Facebook, is creating my network, building my network. That's what I'm doing right now, building my network, right? So once you have your network, that's your net worth. So a lot of people say, you know what, show me how big your database is, and I can tell you how much business you're doing. That's exactly the same as, this saying here. Okay, so this is what I've created. With the real estate team, I created a network of people that would use me as a real estate agent. So I use Facebook to do that, and I call this my network of raving fans. So on Facebook, all I'm doing on Facebook is connecting with people, and I become their raving fan. And then they become my raving fan, right? And so people know, like, and trust you. They'll use you as a real estate agent. Okay, you guys all know this. But Facebook actually allows you to do it exponentially, okay, and at a higher rate, because everyone is home, everyone's on the computer. This will be much faster than knocking on doors. This is much faster than calling them, okay? And in my city, there's 8 million people. So I can go through a lot of people on Facebook every day, and I'll never run out of people, okay? So not all 8 million are on Facebook. Probably about 2 million are on Facebook here in Toronto. Okay, so I'm building a network of raving fans. Then I asked myself, how can I make this extraordinary? So I said, okay, I'm going to start a process called the Facebook playbook. So it's a step-by-step process of what to do for my team. And then I used it to go and teach other agents, and I used it to teach other businesses. So what that did was it started to create referral opportunities from agents, and I started to build referral opportunities from other businesses around me using the Facebook playbook. Okay. And then I said, what could make this extraordinary? What could take this to another level? So I said, virtual assistants would take this to another level. Okay. So I started having a team of virtual assistants running the Facebook playbook for me in the real estate team, in the coaching business, and then having virtual assistants run the Facebook playbook for my coaching clients now, and businesses around me. Okay, so I'm always adding value to them. And then the power of 1,000 leaders over there, what they needed over there was, what I set up over there was my own virtual leaders, so virtual assistants. So instead of hiring out there another agency or hiring direct, I set up a whole team there, interviewing, causing talent, teaching talent for me. Okay. So then everything is all set up for one thing now. Everything is all set up for any agent to step in, agent on my team or agent I know, like if Becky or Anna or Terry here, if they wanted to do something like this, they can just plug in now. because the Facebook playbook's there. The virtual assistants are all there. The raving fan system for Facebook is all there. So everything is there for an agent to take this now. Okay, so I developed that. Then I said, with these three things, what could take me to the next level to make this extraordinary? So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to start a podcast. Okay, the podcast will actually 10x each three of these games here. Okay. So the podcast, I'm going to be starting the podcast, and it's one step to extraordinary. It's going to be starting soon. So you see, every step that I take, I want to take it to a next step, which is how to make it extraordinary. Okay. And I'm sharing this with you guys because you're just one step away from where you want to go. You may be the same steps as me, or you'll be taking some steps, that are unique to you. And then what this does is open up opportunities for me, and it can open opportunities for you, which is with this network now, I got to invest in a market center, right? In a business. And then now I get to invest in a lending company. And the reason why they want me to invest is because of my network. They get to tap into my network of people now. Okay, so that's really the value in all of this, is communication with people to build your network. Okay, so I changed it a little bit. It becomes your network is your net worth. It's when you contribute value to people. Okay, so when you contribute value to people, that's where your net worth comes from. Okay. All right. So is there any questions about this network here, about this platform I created? No? Okay. So let's kind of put this into action now. Okay. So you guys could put this into action. I'm just going to change my slides here. Okay. All right. So let's look at the network and how to build this network through Facebook, because I built everything through Facebook. I know a lot of people are saying, there's other platforms right now, but for me, it's still Facebook. Okay, you guys see this? Okay, number one thing that we are looking to do inside of Facebook or inside of all my network is to build out raving fans. Okay. There's a lot of businesses right now. It's all about what? Lead generation, right? Looking for the now business. And it takes 3 hours, 4 hours a day talking to people you don't know. And then you'll get, I know Cari's like, well, are you telling them not to lead generate? No. So still lead generate, but we're lead generating for raving fans. That's the difference here. So even if somebody is not buying or selling today, if they're buying or selling in 3 years, do you still want that person in your network? You definitely need to, okay? That's what we call future GCI, okay? Because if something's going to come down 3 years, okay, I want it. There's one guy that is 6 years in my Facebook, okay, that we've been communicating with, and he's finally this year, looking to buy and sell, right? This year. It was 6 years of communication through Facebook messaging, okay? And that's what I want to call raving fans. Okay, I'm in their address book that I'm the realtor of choice. Okay, so that gives me repeat and referral business. That gives me social proof. Okay, I always get people to share on Facebook, okay, what they're doing. It gives me lower cost. I'm not paying for leads. Okay, I stop paying for leads. And then number 4 is steady business. So how many raving fans do you have? You can calculate how much business you're going to make, okay, through that. Does anybody know right now, like how many people in your contacts right now will use you as a real estate agent? Are you guys clear on that? Or do you just have a database of people? Some of you are clear. You guys want to unmute? Let's say something. Terry,
good question. That's a good question, you guys.
Yeah, I have a big database of about 2,000 people, and I don't really know what to do with them.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking the way you asked that question is like, do you have the raving fans or do you just have the database? I just have a database. There are a couple of raving fans, but could it be more? Yeah, a lot more.
Yes, it's a great point, you guys, to think about it differently. It's just a question you ask yourself that makes you think differently about what do I really have here to grow my business? Great question, Kirby.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at raving fans a little deeper. Okay, we're gonna look into this concept a little deeper here. Okay, in this book, it's called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Has everyone read this book? All right, it's pretty good.
Probably have.
Most probably have. It talks about building a real estate business. But if you haven't read it, I'll give you a 10-second summary, okay? Then you don't need to read the book. There's this concept called the 12-to-2 ratio in that book. And it's about turning your real estate agent job into a real estate agent business. Okay, and this 12-to-2 ratio means for every 12 raving fans, okay, you get 2 sources of business. For every 12 raving fans, okay? 2 source meaning one's a referral, one is a repeat business, okay? Now, this was written like 15 years ago, okay? Kind of like a relic now. So we got to update the numbers, right? Databases have been bigger than ever now. Like Darren said, he has 2,000 people in his database. So what I did was, tweak the ratio a little bit to make it a little bit more modern. And to reflect that we have a bigger database now. Some of you have 5,000 friends on Facebook, right? And so let's tweak that a little bit. Well, I'm going to show you this one now. This is the updated version, which I call the 12-to-1 ratio, okay? Meaning for every 12 person, you get either a deal there or a referral, okay? And so we're looking at Facebook. If you look at the yellow part, which is everyone on Facebook, you're not able to target everyone. I think there's like, I don't know, a couple billion users on Facebook, right? So you want to target a certain group, maybe people in your city. And then you want to be able to friend them, okay? You can friend them on Facebook and connect with them. That turns into orange and then red, okay? So if you're friends with 5,000 people, you can connect with a lot of them, 4,000 of them. You can have close friends, which is 2,000. And then you can have a raving fan number of 500. So that's a 10% ratio of your 5,000 friend limit on Facebook. So I teach agents how to, add friends, delete friends that you don't connect with, okay? But adding friends until 5,000, okay? Friends that are either in the city looking to use you as an agent, realtors that are in other cities that will refer you, okay? Like all of you guys can be my referral partner if you have any family moving to Toronto, right? So that's realtors. And then there's businesses around me that I will friend too, okay? So 3 categories: the raving fans, the realtors, and the businesses. Anyone else, I would delete, okay? Any random person like from Thailand that friended you, okay, that's a digital creator that sell leads, no use, unfriend them, okay? Anyone beautiful that friend you with no mutual friends, usually fake, right? I usually delete that person. Okay, you want to get to 5,000. Why? Well, because if you're doing Facebook ads right now and you don't have 5,000 friends, why are you paying money to advertise to people? As a real estate agent, you know who you're targeting already. They identify themselves in Facebook groups. They identify themselves already in their profile. I could even put in Michael that lives in Toronto, and I'll pull up all the Michaels in Toronto. So, I mean, I can farm Michaels. I can farm Terry's in my farm area. I can farm Angie's, right? It's not a trouble finding people. So why put out ads then, right? So what I do is organically now, I go through people and then build up my own friend, okay, personal friends up to 5,000, okay? Because when I have 5,000, I can advertise to that 5,000 for free. Because every time I post something on Facebook, they're going to see it first, right? I know how to hack the algorithm. Okay, so there's something called impressions, cost per impression for ads. Now, if I can do cost per impression for 0 to 5,000 people, I would teach my students to utilize that first. Max out on your free, then you buy Facebook ads, okay, after that. And even if you're doing Facebook ads, you want to connect with the people on the Facebook ads so well that you can friend them on your personal profile. because people say that studies say that it's 18 to 24 months before they start transacting, right? Those people in the ads. So when they're friends with me on Facebook, what I do there is I start influencing them. Okay, that I'm the authority, I'm the real estate authority. All right, so that's my lead conversion tools, my Facebook profile. So a lot of people are missing that part. They're trying to connect with these Facebook ads through phoning, texting, and all that, but they came in through a Facebook ad. They want to be connected through Facebook. Okay, and that's what I do. Right, I connect with these people through Facebook. So even if I'm doing ads, you know, it becomes more effective. But I stopped doing Facebook ads because I started not needing it. Because I started meeting people. For example, I live in Thornhill. It's a small community of Toronto, and everywhere in the world you have these little small communities, right? And what you find on Facebook is small community groups on Facebook. So for me, it's Thornhill mommies and daddies. Okay, so if I join that, guess what? Everyone there is from Thornhill. I already have a database of people. They already subcategorize themselves. So why put another Facebook ad just to find those people? I found them already. Okay. And if you go back to the raving fan thing, it's like, how do I become raving fans of these people? Okay. And then they post every day how you can be the raving fan, because they always have some sort of trouble going on or support. I lost my dog. Okay. I lost my bike. My kid, someone stole my kid's bike. And guess what? I sometimes show up with a kid's bike at the door, you know? So it's like, how do you start contributing to people? Facebook's like the most modern database that people update their own, their own information. Because there's no database out there that you can use where their birthdays are there. Whatever they're doing is there, their birthday, their anniversary, they're sharing everything. And so what Facebook does and how they make money is they take these insights from people and they start advertising to them. Okay, so they know what you're doing on Facebook. Okay, they take the insight and they advertise to you. They know how many kids you have. They know that you don't have kids. They know you have grandkids, and they start putting these ads out for you because they know who you are. You as a real estate agent have that power now to go onto their page, their profile, and you extract data out of there. So you know when to talk to them. You know they're pregnant, okay? You know when their due date is. So when people are pregnant, they have their due date, you start connecting with them a little bit more. I have 3 kids, so I know what the father is going through. But I also know that they're going to move soon, okay, with a new baby on the way, and they live in a condo. Okay, so these are all insights that you can get on Facebook. It's pretty cool stuff, right? And if you go door knocking or cold calling, it's like somebody posting a piece of paper on their wall at the door. This is my birthday. I have this many kids. Check out my photos, Nobody has that in real life. So the level of like information you get on Facebook and Instagram and all that is unthought of, 10 years ago. All right. So the step-by-step now. Step-by-step is like on Facebook, first step is you have to turn it into a CRM. So how do you turn it into a CRM? Every CRM needs to have tags, needs to have some sort of categories that you can segment people in. Because if you don't, you just have 5,000 names of just anybody. So on Facebook, you can make something called Facebook lists. Okay, it's in the menu. Check the friends list. Go to friends. There's a list there, and you can make different lists for different friends, and that changes the whole game now. Because everybody in my farm area will be my farm area list. Everybody in my family will be my family list. Okay, everybody that are realtors list. Anybody like you guys, okay, I could put in an EXP list. Okay, so everybody could be in a different list. So what the power of the list gives you now is that you can have a different Facebook for every list. So when my clients go onto my Facebook, they'll see Kirby, the realtor specialist in the area. When a referral partner comes into my Facebook, it'll say realtor Toronto specialist. Anyone moving into Toronto, contact me. But if there's a vendor in my area, they'll see like I am a business owner, I support other businesses to grow, right? And then if there's any realtors in my local market, I'm this coach, and so each one will see something different, okay? Because Facebook allows me to set restrictions, right? If it's this audience, show them this Kirby. If it's family, show them this Kirby. So my family goes on, they don't see a realtor. They don't see real estate stuff. Okay. They'll see a family, my family pictures, they'll see the kids, they'll see all that. So it's a different Facebook for everybody. That's the power of Facebook, is that you get to segment people, you get to segment, yourself. So it's pretty cool. Okay. Any messages you send out, like a post, it could be geared towards only one of these lists. So if I send out something like EXP is the best company in the world, guess what? I share it to only EXP agents then. And they're all like, yeah, it's the best. And Remax is the best. Remax agents are like, yes, but only that person will see it. Okay. And you can also in America do like the political parties. These are the what do you call it? Republican. Okay. And what's the other team?
Democrats. The Democrats.
Democrats.
It's not supposed to be that way, but it kind of is.
Yeah, it kind of is. Then you could put people in this bucket, you can put people in this bucket. So you could do two different political posts, okay? And you could win everyone over. All right. So that's Facebook, right? Segmenting it. And then the second thing is, keep adding new friends every day. Even I have 5,000 friends right now. I keep taking people off. People that are no use. Remember, you have 5,000, 500 is my raving fan. I have 4,500 that are just kind of like I'm trying to develop a relationship with. If there's no relationship there, unfriend them, and I keep adding new ones. So about 20 a day for me. Okay. So a lot of people are doing 20 contacts a day, calling or door knocking. Like I'm doing 20 a day on Facebook. Okay. And then how do I do it? Remember, I showed you that model before. I started to evolve into having a virtual assistant doing it for me. Okay. So training a virtual assistant to do it for me. And what they use is my language, the way I talk, and they just copy and paste my messages to people. Okay. But step 3 is that once I have these people that are raving fans, I communicate with them constantly. Okay. So they don't forget who I am. Okay. I communicate with them constantly on Facebook, and I have assistants that do that for me. Okay. I have themes of the month. I have client events, which I bring the online people offline. So I actually get a face-to-face with them. But that's the most effective and efficient way of getting face-to-face is when I meet the 200 people together. The next event we're doing is a skating event. So we have 200 people there. It's a face-to-face, so I don't have to do one-on-ones. This way, I can market and develop relationships with a mass amount of people. And then step 4 is finally, you have to build a brand. Okay, you have to build a brand that you are the authority in whatever you're doing. So if you are the downsizer, right, for seniors, build that brand. If you're the first-time home buyer, build that brand, right? If you work with investors only, you start building that brand on your Facebook profile. So when everybody thinks about something that's happening, it's in your niche, then they think of you. Okay. So that's really the simple 4-step system of the Facebook playbook. So a different result requires doing something different. That was in the book, The One Thing by Gary Keller. So these are the results that you can get. So instead of, getting a lead online, going to the listing presentation and competing against 3 other agents, okay? Instead of doing all that, you're working with those people that say, come list me. You guys all have that. I'm just saying, get more of that. Focus on getting more of that. Come list me is where you don't have to even have a listing presentation sometimes, right? You guys have that, right? Just like come over with the paperwork. Don't worry, Becky. I know you for years. You sold my friend's house. Just bring your paperwork. I'll list. No talk about commission cutting or anything, whatever your commission is, right? 5%, 6%, I'm okay. So that's the kind of results that we're looking for. I'm going to show you some results is on Facebook. They're going to start messaging you. Once you start this plan, they'll start messaging you like this. This is my childhood friend. And he's like, hey, Kirby, how are you doing? It's been a while. My parents would like to sell their home in Toronto. If you're interested, can you give me a ring to discuss? Okay. Do you guys see what's interesting about this message? What's different? Yeah, what's different about this message? Like what compared to an internet?
Well, I mean, it's like, come list me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're asking me if I'm interested. So I'm not chasing after Jason here and say, hey, can I list your mom's home? Can I list your mom's home? I see on Facebook she's moving, right? No, it's the other way around. Okay. And then, other than raving fans, there's the raving fan realtors. And the realtor network is actually pretty cool, because if a realtor network like this person here is not even, it doesn't have to be like, I don't have this thing about brands. Okay. I don't have this thing that I can only refer to EXP agents, or I can only refer to Keller Williams agents. I don't have that, right? So building a network, it's brandless. I have my masterminds on Friday, all brands from the city, all top agents come to my office to mastermind. Okay, so I built a big network of referral agents that's not brand specific. I'll take that off. So for instance, this one here is Audrey, and her aunt has a home that's looking to sell her home and buy a new home. So I don't know who she is, but the power of the realtors is that other realtors will look out for referrals for you if you have a big enough network. So you've probably seen it in the referral groups. Someone's looking for a realtor in Idaho, and then all your friends are like, oh, you must call Anna, Anna, and then the person ends up calling you Anna, okay? And that's the power of having a big realtor referral database where everybody is referring you. And then you have businesses. I shared businesses with you. Businesses will refer you because you or me, what I've done is I've helped them build their business. So inside of what Cari is teaching you every week, you have a lot of training now, a lot of training to build your business. But this business training that you get, you can also take outside and you can give it to somebody. Like if I taught what I taught you today of how to leverage, how to use virtual assistants, you can give this knowledge to the next person, which is like, let's say an accountant down the street or the lawyer down the street, right? If you build their business, they will build yours. So one of the things I say to them is, if I'm going to support you in your business, hey, can I get one deal this year? I say that to my lawyer. I say that to my mortgage broker, home inspector. I just want one deal. That's it. One closed deal in a year. I don't want all your referrals. Send some to other agents, but I want that one closed deal. So the one deal is either your sister or your mom, your dad, your cousin, something that's 100% sure that's gonna pan out. Send that to me. Okay. So I usually say no internet leads. Okay, these guys here, when you support them, they're going to send messages like this, where Kelly is saying, I don't know too much about buying a property, but I want to make a purchase, right? I know I'm contacting you. So this Kelly girl when I first met her, she said, I have like 15 other realtor friends. Okay. But I don't delete her. I don't delete her on Facebook just because she said that. I've just said to myself, I'm going to be that agent. Okay. When she goes to buy and sell. And all I need to do is develop a relationship with her. Okay. So that's what you get from developing these friendships on Facebook. Okay. Now this is a bonus. This is somebody, like, for example, wasn't even in any of my raving fan groups. She was just a random friend on Facebook. So even random friends on Facebook or friends of friends will start seeing your posts. That's your reach. Okay. So not only do your friends see your content, but their friends will see it when you start doing the Facebook playbook. Okay. So Sarah, for example, says, I was looking to sell my condo in Toronto and you first came to mind. Now, I didn't even know Sarah had a condo in Toronto. So she was not even in my pipeline or in my target. But after seeing, consistently all my posts, she reached out because I was first in mind. So your goal on Facebook now is to become first in mind. Okay, the top of mind for anybody. So you want people seeing your content on Facebook all the time, okay? And it's free. That's the thing. It's free and they see it all the time. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back and do something here. Go back here. I want to end with for a calculation for you guys. Let's do a little bit of a homework here. is write out for 2023, like how many deals do you guys want to do? And throw it into the chat. Oh, my chat's up there. Moving over here. Throw it in the chat. How many deals do you want to do this year? Where's my chat? Okay.
Between 20, 12.
We got 12, 24. Okay. Yeah. So put in the chat how many deals you want to do this year. And then if you look at 12-to-1 ratio, take that number and multiply it by 12. Okay. So we take that number and multiply it by 12. Hi, Ginny. Your camera's on. Now it's off. Okay, so take it, multiply by 12 and share it in the chat. That number is the number of raving fans you actually need. So I know, Darren, you said you had 2,000 friends, right? But if you multiply the number of deals you want to do by 12, that's actually the number that you need. So out of the, so Darren, do you have a number? Do you have a number you figured out?
Yeah, well, I mean, 12 deals at 12 is 144 raving fans.
Yeah. So out of the 2,000, then you're looking for 144 of them that says, yes, Darren is my agent. That's it. Right. So what you're doing is now you're loving on 144 people and then love them to a point where they say, yes, I love you. I care about you. And then they say in return, Darren, you know what? I care about your business too. I will support you. Okay.
And so from a Facebook strategy, have you created groups just for those top referral partners, those top VIP clients, or people that have worked with you and are always thinking of you and referring you business and use that to nurture them? Or is it more that you're just putting them and tagging them appropriately so that you spend time seeing what's going on in their life, taking that information and using it to go do things to strengthen and deepen that relationship, Kirby?
I use both. Reason why is because the Facebook list, they may delete it one day. Now, if they did delete the Facebook list, the only thing that I have left would be a bunch of friends, right? 5,000 friends. So what I did was I created what Cari just said, created a Facebook group just for my top people. And I called it Kirby Chan All-Stars. Okay. Okay. I didn't want to call them raving fans because they didn't like that. They like, we don't want to be raving, raving mad, So I created Kirby Chan All-Stars group. And so it's a group where I throw in good stuff. Okay. My vendors are in there and they give things away. So I asked my mortgage broker, what can you give away this month? And we give things away in the group. So we keep bringing people back into the group. Okay.
So you mentioned to me a little bit about like giveaways and so forth. Can you just give a nugget since we have a couple minutes? Like if you were to create, so if you guys all went and took your past clients, your top referral partners, the people that always think of you, and I know you all could come up with 25, 50 of those people and it could grow from there. You add all your clients in this year, and you kept them engaged at a high level and brought value to them. Are there any just really quick little tips or tricks of like how you keep those people engaged? And you had mentioned to me, you do a lot of drawings. And so you actually have a community group too, people in your town or your county or your area, and you do a lot of giveaways and that draws people into your group too, right?
Yeah. So I do community events. If there's anything that school needs to sponsor, I sponsor it. And at the events, I love Lego. A lot of kids love Lego. All right. So I do Lego giveaways at the events. People sign up. They come into the group to see the draw. Okay. So we do a draw. And so what we're doing is pushing people into the group and again, building our network. We get their emails and, you want to have a system where you're kind of like touching people in different mediums, right? So I talked to you about Facebook, but another thing we do is email. Email is still great. So the way we do emails is that we do the giveaway for every email that we send out. So every emails we send out, we give a giveaway. It's sponsored by one of our vendors. Okay, and your network for vendors is really important. It will reduce your cost so much and you could do so much more. So each email will have a gift. Like I have three Yetis, right? Ready to give away. The first three to respond to the email gets it. So you get all these people responding to your emails, right? Usually people don't open your email. right? So now you have like 10, 20, 30 people responding to email. And then my assistant would just take the first 3 and say you won. The rest of them, she says, sorry, next time, respond faster. Okay. And we send out emails on the first Thursday of every month. So you train them now when you send out these emails. So not only does the emails come in, but they're looking forward to your emails every month. Okay. And they're looking forward to be the first to respond. So this is similar to those radio stations where the first person who responds get tickets to something. So if you ever get free tickets to something like a concert or a sporting event, put it into your raving fans list, okay? And let them have it. And you're always training them to open up your content. So you never become like spam. Okay, you actually become important on their list. So they mark it as important. All right. And then they keep coming back into your Facebook group for more stuff. And they just want to come back. You want to train them to come back.
So the more content that you provide, the more cool things going on in your area, the more giveaways, the more drawings. Hey, there's a new restaurant. We have a small gift card here, first person that responds, go and find out if you won in our Facebook group. And now you're just really creating a community, and you're coming from a place of, it's not just about selling real estate. It's about the community. It's about having fun. It's about, giving and receiving. People love to win stuff. And so I see a lot of people doing that. I see a lot of people, even Kirby, just going out there and finding really great organizations, companies, restaurants, new places opening up, other vendors or other people that support homeowners and a lot of different services, and even just providing coupons or discount codes and things of that nature. So coming up with a plan where you're coming from contribution and including the community allows you to do it. And you can do it in a Facebook group maybe versus just doing it all on email, and finding ways to communicate with that. I love the Facebook list idea. That is something I used in my business a lot. I made sure I had all of my past clients and my own raving fans in a list. So I remembered who they were, and I would take time every single week looking through their news feeds to see what was going on with their life, so I could stay in touch with them at a better and higher level. So I would take what I found online and took it offline in some sort of action, whether it was sending them a card, a gift basket, dropping by their house with something, picking up the phone and calling them, sending them a text message, but making sure it was something offline, so that I was actually building more of a relationship, because everybody's commenting on their post. I didn't want to be just anybody. I wanted to be the person that went out there and actually developed that relationship, because that's how you really continue to have those raving fans. And then you can bring them into a VIP group, and you can offer them just special things because they take care of you and your business. Offer them special discounts, do more giveaways, have VIP events that only they're invited to, things of that nature. And it just allows you to have a base of communication more organized, and in a way that sometimes is more comfortable than picking up the phone and calling all 150 of them or 500 of them or whatever your number is, right, Kirby?
Yeah.
Makes it more scalable.
Exactly. And it's so scalable that you can have, so 2 things today that, that I've used into success is building the network, right? And the second thing is leverage. So having other people, start doing a lot of the work. Then that's how I get to go home at 4 o'clock to be with my kids. I'm just going to tie this back to family. That's how I wake up in the morning. I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and 4:30 I work out, and then after that I have meetings for the digital marketing company. I have meetings for the virtual assistant company, and then by 9 o'clock I finish all the meetings for every company. I start to lead generate. Okay. And lead generation means connecting with people on Facebook. That's my lead generation. My assistants identified all these new friends for me, 20 a day. And I just go through and I keep talking to them. Okay. And making opportunities. So I'm going to leave you guys with some more resources here. If you guys want to, oops, where is it? No, I don't need this. I'll share it in the chat, okay? I'll put it in the
Kirby,
chat.
do you use a Facebook pixel at all to do retargeting?
No, I stopped doing ads entirely. So I don't use the pixel or anything like that. Everything's now organic and free. for me.
There was a question too, Becky. What was your question? What is your opinion
Yeah,
on going?
so do you have an opinion? Meta now has the professional mode for your personal Facebook page where when you click
Yeah.
on it, it's digital creator. I switched mine over just to see what it would do. Do you have an opinion on which one is better?
No, it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. The digital one gives you more insights.
It's the same
Right.
thing.
Same thing. Yeah. It gives you
Yeah.
more insights though. So if you like that and you're a professional digital creator, you want all the insight, then go for that one.
Okay.
But for most people, you don't need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
For most-
interesting because I've
Yeah.
been noticing that, and I almost it's been an interesting thing that you bring that up, Becky, because I've had like some friend requests and I go and I see digital creator and it takes me a while to figure out like who they are and what they're doing. And it actually kind of turns me off and I leave their page and then I don't know. So
Yeah.
I personally like to just see who people are, where they're at, what they do, and not have it look so business-like, but that might be just my personality too. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I switched over to try it and I kind of feel the same way. And I'm actually switching back. I was just curious if because of
There
that
was a
very
benefit.
reason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do love the insights and everything it shows you and all the, nerdy stuff that I like. But other than that, I didn't see a real big
Mhm.
change or positive.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Yeah.
Facebook trying to get us away from using business pages.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then in the chat, I shared 2 links. If Cari could share it to the other live stream. One is, of course, more information about the Facebook playbook.
Yeah.
I run a boot camp every quarter. It's $97 to take the 3-hour boot camp where I set it up with you at the boot camp. And then the other one is how to hire a virtual assistant. Okay, so I teach you step by step how to hire a virtual assistant, like how do you manage one. And then there's an offer in there where you hire your first virtual assistant for 99 cents an hour for the first 5 hours. Okay, so those are the two things I'm offering the group.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been involved already in the Facebook playbook and have seen some of the things in that group, and I actually really liked it. So if you guys want to take a peek at that, if that's something that you're interested in doing, I mean, Kirby's done a lot. He's gained a tremendous amount of market share just using Facebook. And I loved at the beginning, Kirby, when you said you like to work with seniors and you interact with a lot of seniors on your social media. And I think that, if you have a niche in specific and you don't have a Facebook group, you're missing out on a huge opportunity, particularly if you have some sort of niche that you like to service. It's really important because you will find people that want to talk to you about certain topics. And if you can really hone that in, just get out there. Friends of friends of friends are going to start inviting, and you don't even have to run the ads. You just have to be active and be out there showing, and it really grows upon itself, particularly if you're very clear on who it is that you serve and what you can offer them. If you have that clarity and you have that purpose, Facebook groups can be very, very powerful. And by the way, what I like what Kirby just shared to you all is you don't have to have 10,000 people in there to make it advantageous. You have to have 500 people in there or 200 people in there that actually really are in your area, need what you have, want what you have, and become really ingrained with you. It's going to help you hit your goals. And then if you're helping them, they're going to probably help that Facebook group grow. Sometimes we overcomplicate this, thinking we need to run all these ads and spend all this money to get thousands of people. And in reality, that's not always the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. And the actual thing is, it's so easy that you don't even have to start a group. Just go into existing groups. It's all there.
Yeah.
So
and just
cool.
start making connections. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I do like the VIP, you guys. If you can go back and go find your past clients, 100 of them, 50 of them, 75 of them, 200 of them, and bring in your best referral partners that even from in different vendors and say, we're going to be a VIP group. We're going to help each other. We're going to connect each other. We're going to bring value to each other. We're going to do some events. We're going to, I want to be in a further relationship with you because you support me in my business and I want to do the same for you. That could literally be a group of 50 people and you could crush it and really watch it grow. And then as you keep adding more clients, just add to that. And so check it out. I actually already posted in the live stream, you guys, those of you that are watching live, the information that Kirby posted. For the rest of you, grab it right here and go check out his Facebook group. Kirby has been contributing to other entrepreneurs, real estate entrepreneurs, as well as other business owners. He has a big mission and things that he's doing, I think is, really from his heart. He does a lot to help others and come from contribution. I think we can always learn from people like that. So Kirby, thank you for taking the time. We've got all your information. We had a lot of live stream viewers, so I posted that so that you should be getting some people checking out your information, helping you achieve your goals. And hopefully in return, you can help some people do that. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. It was nice to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let's connect on Facebook. I'm Kirby Chan. You can find me there on Facebook.
Everybody go
Thanks,
friend
guys.
Kirby. Thanks, you
Thanks,
guys.
Kirby.
Thanks, guys.